I hate when I do that. I gotta mute the mic, or else there's like noises and stuff in the background, like before we get rolling. When I changed over, like all of a sudden my mic stopped working one day and I had to reinstall drivers and reinstall this and that and change things all around. Now I have to mute the microphone before we actually get rolling. I forget half the time. Oh well, we're all good now. I was just giving everybody a shout out. Sorry if you missed it, but I shouted you out if you're here and if you chatted. And I just told you that we're running a little behind, so we're just gonna go. Just gonna get started. I got the dice. Are you here? Ready? I'm rolling. 6 times in the randomization machine. First, we've got a regular roller. D-Low with a 6-month membership says, Striker, keep crushing. Ready for Friday Fire? Me too. As am I. Okay, come on over to the display cab. Let's get this party started. I'm going to give these a quick little shuffle to get them out of buy-in order. To the teams 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. And come on. Grab a hold of it. And 5. Yankees on top. Over to the buy-ins. 6. That's right. 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Lenny's on top with the Yankees. And here are your teams. As soon as I put them in order, I can do it. Like so. Dodger. Oh, why are we missing somebody? It's got to be Jack. Jack, I swear I put you in there after our conversation. How did that not work? Well, Jack, you got the Dodgers. I'm just making sure I don't see you. We had a small issue with Jack's buy-in, but it's all good. Dodgers. Okay, here are your teams. I gotta make sure you're in the other one before I forget. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna read the teams off and then I'm gonna go to the other buy-in. I know I put you in there though. Just didn't save. All right, here's the buy-ins. Diamondbacks, Ross. Braves, Michael H. Orioles, Steve Y. Red Sox, Alex T. Cubs, Donald B. White Sox, Taylor T. Reds, Josh W. Guardians, Matt L. Rockies, Daniel H. Tigers, Anthony N. Astros, Thomas S. Royals, Enrique A. Angels, Adam G. Dodgers, Jack H. Marlins, Robert H. Brewers, Christopher M. Twins, Theo B. Mets, Hal J. Yankees, Lenny M. Athletics, Joe B. Phillies, Daniel L. Pirates, James R. Padres, Jason M. Giants, Daniel S. Mariners, Colin H. Cardinals, Gerald T. Rays, Nikolai M. Rangers, Skylar M. Blue Jays, Jason H. And Nationals, Drew Smith. Let's go, everybody. All right, let me just double check that other one before we get rolling. I'll drop you a link so I'm on top of things. Here it comes. All right, there's your links to the buy-in. Right. You're in the other one, Jack. Maybe I just put you in this one and forgot to put you in the other one. But it's all good for the high roller when that comes about, so we won't have to deal with this situation again. Okay, and I'm going to drop a link if anybody wants to get in on the breaks. Got to become a slammer. That's a member of Patreon. If you're interested, the link is pinned to the top. Okay, you guys ready? Give me a 5x5 if you're ready. 5x5, 5x5. Put it in the chat. Let's get some fire. Members, get some exclusive emojis rolling. Also, if you want to know what's up with the brakes and whatnot, there's a video that says something about what is a slammer and how to buy into a brake on the homepage, strikerbrakes.com. We good. You tell me, Sean. I'm not going to go check right now, but if you did buy in, then I'm sure you are. Tac Force. Cheap eBay knife. For the opening ceremony. There we go. All right. Loving it. Yeah, it's kind of funny because Friday nights it's the lowest amount of viewers on my YouTube, at least. I don't know why. I think it's because everybody's out doing stuff, maybe. Jacob DeGrom box topper. But YouTube will like give you reports or they'll give you statistics and let you know like what is the time that most of your subscribers are online. So that you can, put out material and stuff when your viewers are watching. And Friday's like the deadest. Friday and Saturday. Sunday's pretty poppin'. J Carr with his 6-month member chat says, "Congrats to your Tigers for sweeping my Guardians." Thanks. You know what? That didn't surprise me as much. Actually, the Bieber situation, like I thought for sure Bieber was gonna smoke us and we're gonna lose that game. I think I bet like $40 or something on that. Didn't come. And then Dylan Cease last night, I thought for sure Cease was going to destroy us. In Chicago, we won again. The Tigers, baby. Let's go. We're doing the Silvers. We got a parallel in here. Eloy, he's back. Cronenworth. Tyler O'Neill. And never heard of this guy. Josie Altavi. Apparently he plays for the Astros. To 75. It's purple. Wonder if he's any good. This one's going to Thomas. Stand-worthy card number 1. You're on the board. It's been a minute since I opened up Series 2. But here we are. There's not a whole lot as far as base goes. I'm just going to kind of fly through that. Benintendi. And the Blue Wood. Corey Seager. It's a cool looking card. It's not numbered though. Sweet Shades Yelich. And that's that for that stack. Bowman Brent with a 419 says, "I like turtles." Thanks for the 2. Appreciate the 2 spot. Eric loves cards using his 3-month header chat. Says, "Shout out to Striker. Love watching your channel." Thanks, man. And Steve is offended that people have lives. I know. Why would you go anywhere other than here? O'Neill Cruz rookie. So the Cruz rookies have got to be... I haven't looked them up, but they've got to... Oh, look at this. Home field advantage. Byron Buxton. Yeah, the home field advantage in Series 2. I have seen a couple of these. They seem quite a bit easier to pull out of Series 2 relative to Series 1. Minnesota. Theo. And here's our first gold foil. Luis Garcia. Got a few of these. Handful of base. Case hit. Do you get one per case? Because it certainly, the odds must be wrong then on here, because it says, where are they? I know I looked it up one time. I'm not going to take too long here, but I looked it up, and home field advantage, where are you? Do you see this anywhere? I'm just so bad at that. How do I make those videos where I find all the stats? It's because I have no pressure on me, and I can just sit here for an hour and, like, you know, really pull out the magnifying glass. Logan Allen. Advanced stats. .161 out of 300. Who's going to Matt? Hiram with a $4.99 says, "Hey Striker, love the extra videos. Good. I enjoy the chat and context as much as the rips. When's the podcast coming?" This is the podcast. I'm not doing a separate podcast. You know how long I've wanted to make one of those videos? Like a little two-minute deal where I just break down something I saw during a game I was watching? I've had at least like a dozen videos that I'm just like, oh man, I really want to make this. But I'm always like in the middle of something. Doing like sorting a break, shipping, cards, listing cards, cleaning cards, stacking, sorting, buying. Like there's so many things that I'm trying to do that I don't have time to do that a lot. A little video like that you wouldn't think would take that long to make, but it kind of does. It just cuts into everything else. But I want to do more of that. I got a lot of positive feedback, so I definitely want to do more. I enjoy stuff like that. I enjoy all the side things. It's just finding the balance between breaking for you guys, breaking for myself, and alternate content. But I love hearing the feedback. If you guys like it, if you don't, and that was my first one. They're gonna get better. That one was okay, but they'll be better. Ted Williams. And that's a Red Sox card, but it's got the Cardinal as the, I don't know, patch. It's like a patch, but going to the Red Sox. And that is going to Alex. Bo's Sweet Shades. Tatis screaming like a wild man. Have you seen the new Dairy Queen commercials with Tatis and Bellinger? He doesn't even need to play baseball. He could just go into acting. Steve with a $4.99 says, "Being a slammer is one of the greatest clubs in the world. So change your life today and become a slammer, folks. You won't regret it." Man, Steve, I owe you for that beautiful promo. What a great promo. Thank you. And listen to Steve. He's not only the smartest man in the world, but a brilliant advisor. Just, he will advise you any financial well-being situation. He'll lead you in the right way, in the right direction. Just listen to everything he says and do it. That's all I'm saying. The link is pinned to the top. Lane Thomas, Rainbow Foil. Justin Verlander. Had a kind of a weird game the other day, where he looked so dominant right off the bat, and then they just kind of blooped him left and right. Got a hold of him a little bit. He's still on the track to win a Cy Young, I guess. Thomas, you got 2 stand-worthy cards already. How often do you hear that you look like Jason Sudeikis? He is your twin. I do hear that. Not in real life, just on the interwebs like this. Nobody in my like IRL life has ever said that. I've gotten Chris Klein before. That's the only. And they say I've got a Steve Buscemi smile, but I don't get that. I don't get it. I was like, thanks. Oh, just hiding. That was just hiding right there. Hey, Wander. And it's not only a Wander rookie swatch, it's numbered to 199. Let's go, baby. fire hands again. Time to pull out the swatch, and it's only the best one of the best ones you can get. Who's got the raise today? I'm like, I can't see very well for some reason. Nick, this one's yours. I hope you know who Wander is, and I hope he continues to do well. I'm being really like sarcastic, and I'm gonna pop back just a little bit with the sarcasm. Just hold it back a little bit. I have to. It's getting too deep. Love to see the fire. Yes, D-Lo. I wonder how many they printed, asks Chris. If you're talking about that one, I have the answer. It's 199. Have you been crushing on FanDuel? No. No, I haven't been playing much. I've been just kind of putting in bets. Have not been crushing though. What's this? Oh! Wow! What a box! Greg Maddux, 5 of 5. Patch. The Padres. On-card auto. Whoa! The Reverence auto patch. So rare. So rare. Only pulled one of these in my life. This is the second, actually. That is nasty. Jason. Oh, man. You gotta be kidding me. I mean, this is the thick 197. Actually, a 180. Like, you really don't need anything bigger than a 180. 180 point. Ooh. Ooh. 5 of 5. Look at these are the relic hits. I think this is the relic hit. Maybe it's an auto hit. It's got to be the auto hit, right? I am on a hot streak. Pulling. I can say it now. Because, you know, you don't want to jinx it. But it's just official. Last 3 breaks, crazy fire. Tatis rookie auto. Vlad rookie auto. And that. Wow. Hall of hits. 3 consecutive Hall of hits. Bangers. What a box. And a light beige Byron Buxton. Look at the comparison between, this is the same box. That's gold number 1 and that's gold number 2. Can you tell the difference? Look at the difference in color. That's crazy. By the way, Kirk rainbow foil. Is it just me, or is Kirk's head quite big for his body? He's got pretty good sized noggin. Steve says I could spend $3K on cards and only get a Gary V numbered to 300. Yeah, I feel you, man. In fact, I just did. What was the best thing I got out of that Father's Day rip? That was a big time bust. I got what we were looking for, but oh, man, I mean, it was like $2,500 in packs, and I didn't get anything really. Tigers? Stan? Eloy? Don't worry, I go back all through all those and pull the rookies, inserts, parallels, SPs, all of that. Joey Gallo home run card. He's going to get a hit. You know it's going to be a home run. Corey Dickerson. Scherzer no hit club. Joe Ryan. No SPs out of this box. Unfortunately, but did we even get... Oh, we did get... Okay, that is the auto because we got that. I forgot about the Ted Williams. Relic, auto. Good. I didn't have to get mad. Be like, we're shorted. Just gotta set this stack to the side. Alrighty then, let's do some Platinum Anniversary. Got 2 boxes. Now we know exactly what we're gonna get. We're gonna get 2 parallels unless one of the 2 numbered parallels unless one of the parallels is an autograph. Then we'll get 3. And we should get 1 to 2 blue waves and an X-Fractor per box. And a 1 of 1. What is the SP out of Series 2, asks Anthony. Oh, there's 3 really good ones. There's Julio, Bobby, and Torkelson that I know of. There's probably more. I don't know if there's a Wander, another Wander. I don't think so. I did get my All-Star Game votes. I had to make sure that I gave Bo a vote to get above Tim Anderson. That was the main reason. Do you think Varsho should be an All-Star? Who is the All-Star on that team? If it's not Varsho, is it a pitcher? Is it Goggles Gallon? Goggles Gallon. Scotty pulled an O'Neal Cruz clear acetate to 10 out of a hobby today. Yeah, you said I got lucky. There's only 10 of those in the world, Scott. Yeah, you got real lucky. Don't sell that real fast. Well, unless you can get a fortune for it. But that's the kind of card. Probably send that away for express grading, get it back, and then immediately sell it. That's what I would suggest if you plan on selling it. Because it's a clear acetate card. It's probably going to be in mint condition anyway. That is a crazy... That can be... Dude, if O'Neal Cruz ends up being, like, really, really good... I'm just, like, the zeros are compiling in my brain right now of how much that could be worth, but a lot. 5 figures. In a 10, that is. As for right now, I don't know. I don't know how people are. I know everybody knows O'Neal Cruz and they're excited about him. I don't know how many people realize his age. It's not like he's old. But as far as collectability, you start to get to that when you're a rookie and you're like 23, 24. Like, I used to say 24 was my cutoff for like really wanting to collect rookies, but actually it's probably like 22. Because Pete was 24 when he came up, and I was like, oh man, that's a little old. But I still have some Pete cards, and his hobby's starting to pick up anyway. Miggy and Pujols got a free ride to the All-Star game from Manfred. I was kind of just hoping like Miggy would earn it on his own. He does have the highest batting average on the Tigers. He's like the best hitter on the Tigers, which is crazy. He's been washed for half of a decade, and somehow this year, bigger than ever. Like, he looks like he hasn't lifted away or walked on a treadmill in 4 or 5 years. Steel City. You heard O'Neal Cruz from miles away, yeah. Alright, we got a mini stack to go through here. We're just looking for the auto. It's Justin Morneau of the Minnesota Twins. That's why I like this product. Because you pull a Twins auto of relevance. You can, at least. Theo. Stand worthy card. Will Craig is the numbered blue mini diamond to 199. Going to the Pirates. James. Deke with a 5 spot. Says, hey Striker, just curious, would you ever consider letting breakers trade teams before the start of the break? Yeah, I've done that before. Every time I do it, nobody trades. So just stop doing it. But yeah, I mean, maybe we can do that every once in a while. I'll throw the offer up there. It's just, what it does is it kind of delays things. Some people, like, it doesn't really matter, but I try to, you know, appease as many people as possible, which you never can. But the biggest complaint that I always used to get was like keep it moving, man. Quit talking so much and get ripping. So I try to do that. So if we're just sitting around BSing while people are trading and then nobody trades, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's something we can do. Frank Thomas. I think I'm going to stack them. Stack all the no numbers up there, maybe. No numbered. Not numbered. Pat Corbin. Put the X Factors together. Put the blue waves together. Clinton, how's it going? Electric Dream Machine says, I think your rookie age cutoff is the same as Leonardo DiCaprio's girlfriend age cutoff. It might be a little high. And Greenskeeper, what's up, man? Thanks for the positive vibes. Love it. Yeah, we're going to have a great weekend. I have a great weekend ahead of me. I hope you do too. I've got 3 consecutive Mondays over at my house for poker. Super stoked about that. We're going to be having a barbecue, cornhole, poker. Got a 65-incher out in the barn for sports baseball watching, sports ball. I mean, just summer beer, everything you could possibly imagine and have fun with. We're gonna have it. I got a disc golf pin. You can throw the disc golf discs around. I've got comfortable chairs, a brand new poker table, semi-professional quality chips and cards. Need a song about the hobby? I have to just be inspired. You know, you can't force something like that. Suck at cornhole till you start drinking, and then the more you do, the better you get. Or is it just like in your head? Or is everybody drinking and then the whole level goes down and like you just think? Because usually it's the opposite, I've noticed, for my friends at least. When they start, they go downhill. And that's when I can start to win. I need them, you know, like 12 deep. And then it's like, okay, here's my chance. I've gotten better, a lot better at cornhole. And I won't stop until I'm the best out of all of my friends. Which is going to be it's going to be tough. So I've got a couple of friends that are pretty good. You know when your name's on the board several times for sinking all 4? It's hard to do. Get 4 in a row. Mike Cameron of the Mariners. That one's going to Colin. And the autograph is Gio. That's a blue prism. And that's numbered to 99. Urshela going to Lenny. I've never had that. Is that Modelo Chilada? Is that it's like tomatoey? Is that what that is? Or is that something else? And is Modelo the one that they advertise on the UFC fights? I like Mexican beer. Byron Buxton. Cognac mini diamond to 75. We got 2 Buxtons on the stage so far. The downtown. And the mini diamond. Bloody Mary beer hybrid. Yeah, I can't. I don't like tomatoes. Tomato juice. Tomato soup. Tomatoes in any form other than ketchup. Actually, I like salsa. Ketchup and salsa. As long as they're not really chunky. David Peterson, 67 of 100. Going to Hal. All of these, yeah, all of them kind of look funny, Arthur. It looks like a fake Topps Auto. Well, they've all got that facsimile fake one on there, so it can fool people. It can trick people. Like my daughter saw these cards and she was like, "Wow, look at all the autographs." Just tricking you. Will, thanks for becoming a hitter. And if you want to become a hitter, you have access to special emojis, a changing profile, avatar, member-only chats. You get a free super chat every month called a member chat. And you can spell anything you want with the letters F-I-R-E. I guess I'm top-loading McCann real quick like. Right. We'll slow it down with a Series 1 blaster box. Orange Crushes are the best summer drink. I prefer taking a frozen lemonade concentrate, putting it in a pitcher, adding half a dozen Coors Lights, and a pint of vodka. And we call that summer beer. I prefer that. There you go, Steel City. What? You ordered an Orange Crush? Is that what you're talking about? And the bartender looked at you like you were Miles Davis. Oh, why Miles Davis? I just listened to Miles Davis on YouTube today. Randomly. Did he pop up in your YouTube chat or your YouTube feed too, Greenskeeper? Of all people, Miles Davis. And I listened to Miles Davis today. It's wild. Synchronicities are off the charts. Pee in your pants is cool. And I'm Miles Davis. Yachty Molina. Are we gonna get a Wander? I mean, every box I open has a Wander, so maybe. Chrome, stars of the MLB, Yelich, Soto. Oh, wow. Crazy Goofball says, I pulled a 3 of 10 auto die cut of Pedro out of a Series 1 Mega Box. Any idea how much it's worth? $229.99. No, I don't know. Unfortunately, that sounds like a sweet card though. You could always just put like $500 on it and see what kind of offers come in. Or maybe it's worth more than that. I don't know. The market is crazy. It changes so often. Like, I really thought I was going to be able to find some awesome deals in the last like month. And I've been looking all the time. And I can't find any awesome deals. I did find one awesome deal. And I bought it. But it wasn't what I wanted. It was too good to pass up. I found a Wander First PSA 10 for $88. It was auctioned and I bid like 100 on it. Just thinking like if I could get it for 100, I think that would still be a pretty good deal. By the way, 2022 Bowman, and it went for way less. And then the next one, the very next one, sold for like 140 or something like that, 150. I was like, what? That's so weird. Got any Wander Home Run Challenge cards? I don't know when to use mine. Use it when they go play in Boston or in New York or out to Colorado or in Milwaukee or in Cincinnati. You're welcome. Those are the places that you want to go. Good hitters parks. Especially for lefties. But he's a switch hitter, so it all kind of depends. And also when it's like really hot and humid. Good time for a home run. Hot, humid, horrible pitcher, good pitching ballpark. That's when you use it. Look at this. An Atomic Top 100. Asa Lacy. He's number 13 out of 150. Going to Enrique. Oh, or in Chicago when the wind's blowing out. Like, if you can somehow swing that. It's just random, but just make sure the wind's blowing out and not in. And if it's hot, because man, when it's hot and the wind's blowing out there, the run totals are like 12. Hey, Wander, Rookie of the Year favorites. I just looked at mine. I have 2 of these. So the Mojo ones, there's the Rookie of the Year favorites in a Mojo finish. It has a different image, which is kind of interesting. I have one. I was considering sending it away to get graded, but I don't know if it's centered enough. See how this one, it's like, it looks a little thick on the top, but I don't know, because mine looks like that too. Like, it looks a little OC. Oh, then you turn it over. Yeah, it's a little OC. Card like that, you really want to make sure that it has the potential to get a 10 before you go sending it off at 30 plus bucks. Maybe we can find it right here, right now. Yeah, and Camden, Camden's not as good. I guess they moved the fences out a little bit, so it's not as good as it used to be, but it still is pretty friendly, in my opinion. Because it seems like it, I don't know why, but man, it seems like in the summer it just gets, like, the hitting conditions in Baltimore are ripe for home runs, even with the fences out a little bit more. It might also be that the pitching staff is quite poor. Poor to quite poor. Ellie? On to the Mojos. 2 of them. Whoa! Lively! Gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much. I keep forgetting about that. Apparently there's a way to gift memberships now, which is super awesome. So if you just all of a sudden popped up and saw that you have a green highlight next to your name, you can thank Lively Card Collector. That is so awesome. I'm glad they did that. Matt Manning, Mojo. Chiro first. That's a pretty good one. I get a couple of these guys mixed up, but one of them's on the future games. I don't know if it's him or if it's the guy for the Guardians. I get those 2 mixed up. Oh, yeah, McClanahan. Man, he is really good. What's this? Guzman to 250, purple Mojo. Going to the Angels. Adam. In the same tab as joining the membership. Sweet. I could never figure out how to tell people where the join thing is, so you're just gonna have to do the research. Dive deep. And now we got a Bowman Chrome Mega Box. A Bowman Mega Box. A Bowman Chrome Mega Box. And then last is a 2020 Topps Chrome Jumbo Box. Featuring 5 on-card autos. Hopefully we get a bow. The way I've been rolling lately, geez, we'll probably get a frigging, I don't know, like a low-numbered bow. And then on to break number 2, we got a high roller coming up right after this, featuring a 2020 Bowman Jumbo Box with 3 autographs. Maybe we pull a Bobby Witt Jr. out of there. Volpe, Jason Dominguez, Pena. Javi hit a home run, finally. He has been chasing the slider like crazy, and it's so cringe to watch, and it's like the only time he gets a hold of it is when they hang one. Which is kind of how it works. in the majors. Like, when you start getting real slider happy, real off-speed happy, as soon as you hang one, it's gone. Base and Mojos. Hubbles. I think we got 100. Yeah, we're over the 100 mark. You might need to refresh, brother. Mojica. Another Asa. Urbina. Come on. Is that one thick? Gotta be a parallel. Is there one? You got a thickie in there. Is it a parallel or is it an insert? About to find out. It's a parallel. Kristen Robinson to 250. Going to Ross. Couple of perps. Wilman Diaz, that's a good one too. All right, last box of this break. Let's get some good luck. Selig's been doing a good job lately. I don't want to overdo it, but the gold Seligs and the hairpiece, like he must have cleaned that thing out. Got a lot of the nastiness out of there. How do you clean a hairpiece? Do you take it to the dry cleaner? Do you put it in the dishwasher? Do you put it in the washing machine? Do you have to hand wash it? I have so many questions, bud. So many questions for Bud Selig. Wow. What would be the first question? Did you know? How long? No, not did you know. How long did you know that your players were juicing? Lie detector test. Hook him right up to it. And also have, like, when he does lie, electroshock, so that he would, you know. And then also maybe a little bit of sodium pentanol. Pentanol? Isn't that the tell the truth drug? We'll get the truth out of him yet. Oh, I almost bought a pretty nasty Devers. What was it? It was yesterday. Hey, Luis Robert. Card number 1. We'll take that. I have the X-Fractor. And I was looking at, I think it was an orange. An orange and a prism. And a, no, it wasn't an orange. There's a blue one. No, it was a gold wave. I was looking at a bunch of different ones. Gold wave, Devers rookie, PSA 10. It was real cheap. And by real cheap, I mean like, it was in like 350 bucks. It was an auction. And I was like, I have to buy this if it's going to be this cheap. And then at the last second, I go to put my bid in and it just shot right up to like $1,200. Guess it's for the best. I already have the X-Fractor. But Devers is cheap. His hobby's pretty cheap. I kind of feel like collecting a rainbow. Got one of the hard ones. Conforto refractor. Grisham. Bryson says, yo, I just bought 3 PSA 10 Cody Bellinger cards today. I've been looking at Bellinger too. His hobby's really cheap. There's still plenty of time, guys. Bellinger could just, all of a sudden he's an MVP again. It might not happen during the middle of the season. I could see him starting out really hot and like having another MVP type of year, and then his cards just shoot up. That's the kind of guy I like to invest in. Not necessarily like that kind of guy, but when it's low and there's no, like, very little risk. Whoa, blue Kyle Lewis rookie auto. Colin, nice hit. True blue to 150. That is a nice color match there. Congratulations. That is the... We're going to put that one in the window. That might be the one. We got a Soto there. Arthur says, Bowman's one of the only products I feel like retail is decent compared to hobby. Have you ever watched my value series videos, Arthur? If not, spend the rest, after the stream's over, spend the rest of the evening diving in, and you will find what you're looking for. Find what you've been searching for so long, my friend. Information and a Prism Bow rookie. Ooh, that is a sick card. I love those prisms. Nice, Jason. I'm a little disappointed in my Bo Bichette graded chrome mini rainbow status. I'm going to have to work on it because every time I see, I've got a refractor that I'm sending away. I've got the sepia base. I think that's it. Pink, maybe. And then his first, I mean, that's like the crown jewel of my bow collection. His first auto in a Beckett 9.5. It was a gift. But as far as the chrome rookie mini rainbow, I'm a little behind. I mean, I've got a lot of them raw, but Adbert Alzolay going to Donald. Brian says Topps Definitive had a dual auto on Sitka. Clear not the player's auto, and I can tell. I'm having trouble reading what you have to say there, but I did get some Definitive, and we're going to be doing Definitive next week. I'm going to need some feedback here, guys, in the chat. From especially the slammers. How would you prefer, now this isn't any guarantees or anything, I just want your feedback. How would you prefer the breaks be for that? Would you prefer to just buy in and get a guaranteed hit? It's expensive, they're like $2,000 a box. So it's gonna be pricey. But you're guaranteed one of the cards. Or would you rather just have like a high roller break and have that be one of the boxes among several others? So Laser and Bruisdar. I was thinking, I mean, we could even do it all three ways, where you can have like a high roller. We could have just the box slots open. We can have a high roller, and then we could have a super high roller where there's just like a bunch of stuff. You can get a ton of stuff in a super high roller with the Definitive. Austin Meadows or Rosarena autos were fake. Just a high roller, no guaranteed. Steve likes guaranteed. Guaranteed. Ladder. Here's a Jordan. And a green Kyle Schwarber. Two Cubs hits today. High roller. I mean, you guys say they're fake autos, but they have to stand there and look at them, right? They have to be authenticated by a person, like, standing there, I thought. How do we know this? You know, how do we know this? Is it because just some guy said that it is? Or... like you obviously watched a break and then someone said it was a fake. How does that guy know? So it's not a primary source. It's a secondary. It's like someone said something, right? Sean likes a guaranteed hit. Autos weren't fake. It was an auto error. Wrong player signed the card. See, that's more like it. They put the wrong thing on the wrong card, probably. That's how vicious rumors get started right here, folks. Vicious. Kyle Lewis. Topps already came out about it. They came out with a statement. I'll have to check it out. Logan Webb refractor. That. Just a regular refractor, but that's a rookie refractor. We got another Luis Robert rookie. Put him up there with his pal. Where's this statement? Where did they come out with this statement? Was it on the website? Was it on Twitter? Willie Castro, because I got to find out for myself. I can't have some people saying one thing, other people saying another thing. Willie Castro, the best Detroit Tiger. Twitter, okay. What if that was a fake Twitter thing? Nobody cares that the former Japanese prime minister died. Everybody, or got assassinated. Everybody cares about this Topps thing, though. Not one word. There we go. Topps official Twitter account says 2022 Topps Definitive Baseball Austin Meadows and Randy Arozarena statement. Topps has been made aware of the questions regarding the authenticity of the 2022 Topps Definitive Baseball dual autograph of Austin Meadows and Randy Arozarena. We believe the autographs are not of the players pictured. While these types of issues are exceedingly rare, we take this extremely seriously and will work with customers holding this card to make the situation right. To that end, each and every customer that has received this card will be sent a full replacement box of 2022 Definitive Baseball. What a deal! And a replacement card of equal value. You guys are making it sound like this was a bad thing. So you're going to get a box of Definitive, and if you get that card, it's like a golden ticket that you can send back to Topps. They'll send you a new one of equal value and a new box of Definitive. Who is, you guys were just, this is great. I hope we get one in every box. Sweet. Lizardo. Glad I looked it up. Lizardo rookie auto of the A's. Former Japanese Prime Minister cards will increase. Yeah. I've got one in my PC. On-card auto of Shinzo Abe. Or wait, yeah, that's his name. Discount Trout. Tom's not happy. It's quite still not happy with it. It's all right. That's the greatest deal of any. Like, that's a $2,000 box of cards. So you get the I'm gonna call it a chase card because that's what it is. You get the chase card. You get your $2,000 box of cards and all the cards in it, and one of them that you didn't want anyway. Let's be real. You didn't want that card anyway. Not only are they going to give you a different one, they're going to give you a brand new box full of 8 cards worth $2,000. So it's a $2,000 card jackpot. That's what it is. I can't wait to pull that card. You know we're going to get it. Actually, the odds of you actually getting that card is there's probably only a handful of them anyway, right? It's such a, like, nobody wanted that card anyway. I mean, I'm sure there are some Tampa Bay fans out there. Austin Meadow plays for the Tigers. And I don't even... So, man, how sweet. Calls into the question the rest of them, eh? You don't think Topps will take care of you if you have a different one that ended up being not real? Probably. They probably would. In fact, I guarantee they would. Can't guarantee anything from Topps. But to me, it sounds like they're remedying the situation. You know, Fanatics is taking care of people. Sincerely, Topps and Fanatics. Both Fanatics and Topps care deeply about our customers and will continue to prioritize the fan experience. We are further strengthening our procurement and quality control process to avoid these situations altogether going forward. We are confident that this is an isolated incident limited to less than 50 cards. And I got another reverse negative for the Rangers. Who's got the Rangers? Skyler. Sky. Pulling the fire. The lucky reverse negative. Pete Cup card. Okay, that's a pretty good box. Not too bad. 1, 2, 3 position player autos. And a Bow Prism. Definitely a good box. On to break number 2 after we do the review. Corey Kluber reverse negative. Seth Brown on card auto. Lizardo auto. Willie auto. Alzolay auto. Bo Bichette Prism. Kyle Lewis rookie on card. True blue auto. Strikers hit of the break. 128 of 150. Kyle Schwarber green to 99. Couple of Louis Roberts. Kristen Robinson to 250. Mojo. Guzman to 250. Rookie of the Year favorites. Wander Franco. Asa Lacy to 150. David Peterson to 100. Byron Buxton to 75. James McCann X-Fractor. Patrick Corbin X-Fractor. Mike Cameron and Frank Thomas Blue Waves. Will Craig blue to 199. Oh, this should be the hit of the break. Strikers hit of the break. Just kidding about the last one. Greg Maddux 5 of 5. Whoa. Topps Reverence autograph patch. Greg Maddux. Unbelievable. Let's get a nice picture for the Hall of Hits. Ted Williams All-Star Game. Gio blue auto to 99. Morneau auto. Strikers third hit of the break. 19 of 199. Rookie. Wander. Parallel. Swatch. Verlander to 499. Logan Allen to 300 advanced stats. Home field advantage Byron Buxton. We got a lot of good cards this break. And Jose Altuve to 75. DeGrom box loader. On to break number 2. Congratulations to everybody who got some good cards. everybody out. Break number 2 starts in 20 seconds. I think we kind of do the same good luck bounce off of a Series 2 jumbo box. Acuna just hit a 446-foot bomb. There was a time about a month ago when his cards could be had for a good price. Not. No. Mo. What are you talking about, Trevor? That sounds like it was a mistake and they're making it right. I just read the whole thing. What part of that sounds like they're trying to dupe their customers? I just want to hear what Trevor has to say about that. I'll wait. I'll roll. 6 again. It's a different kind. The other one was a 5 and a 1. This one's a 4 and a 2. Let's get the high roller out. We got Jack in here, all as well. Come on over. That's the thing about Friday nights. Some people have had a couple, and what they say doesn't always make sense. You just have to bear with them. I'm not implying anything, but I have gotten comments on the weekends that are like, what? Is that English? All right, I'm going to give this a quick random to get it out of the buy-in order. Going to the team list. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Royals. Oops. That's where they go. Royals on top. Back to the buy-in list. We got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Enrique with the Royals. That means the Bobby Witt Jr. SP that we're about to pull is going to Enrique. Here are your teams. Diamondbacks, Matt M. Braves, Chris G. Orioles, Bobby T. Red Sox, Nicholas M. Cubs, Brandon W. White Sox, Jeffrey P. Reds, Brad H. Guardians, Daniel W. Rockies, Zach G. Tigers, Ryan Lee. Astros, Sean F. Royals, Enrique A. Angels, Big Boy. Dodgers, Jack H. Marlins, Brian S. Brewers, Ryan G. Twins, Robert B. Mets, Mark H. Yankees, Peter L. Athletics, Logan S. Phillies, Mike B. Pirates, Chris L. Padres, Justin P. Giants, Ross O. Mariners, Dominic L. Cardinals, Skylar M. Rays, Saul K. Rangers, Kyle H. Blue Jays, Dylan M. Nationals, Greg C. Good luck, everybody. Drop you a link. There it is. Nothing out of Trevor. I was just wondering if he knew something that we didn't. Sounds like he just pieced out, maybe. Or maybe we're getting a long paragraph as an answer. I don't know. I look forward to it, though. A new segment that we're calling Trevor's Side of the Story. first brake was a little sloppy. Can't have any particulate. The Trevor Files. Trevor's investigative journalism. He'll get to the bottom of it. Nando. All-Star Nando. Instinct. There's a link pinned to the top to become a slammer. The slammers get notified when I list a brake, and there's a video about it on strikerbrakes.com on the homepage. You can find out everything you need to know about the brakes. Ernie Banks. Blue. Oh, that was a really fast one. I shouldn't have. It almost hit me right in the eye. I could feel the wind. It was a warning from my future self. Don't whip them that close to your face anymore. Benjamin, your first live break. Awesome. Good luck. We didn't get an SP in the first box. The last box, I should say. Just gonna go right to the good stuff. Zach Collins. Goldschmidt is the SP. We wanted Bobby or Julio. I pulled a Julio already for somebody. I'd like to get the Bobby at some point for somebody, some lucky person. Can we get the gold O'Neal Cruz? Not in this pack. If you could only buy one baseball product this year, what would it be? I think you should stop short. If you'd only buy one baseball product this year, what would it be? It would be, of just this year, it'd be Topps Chrome Update. Probably Topps Chrome Update when it comes out. I don't know the checklist, so either Topps Chrome Update, or Topps Update. One of those three. Probably. Awesome. Oh! We got the Torque SP. Look, two of them? That is, I can't even read the numbers back there. I think it says 65. Are they both regular short prints? Sweet sassy molassy. Nice, Ryan. Dude, is that the SSP? That's... No, 80. They're both 5s on the back. Very good. Yeah, I love Topps Chrome. Topps Chrome is the go-to. But then again, Bowman is always, like, Bowman you just have to wait longer, like years. Bowman you gotta wait years to figure out, like, who's gonna be good. There's value in the short term, But like as far as like super value of a like their first auto or something like that, first parallel. You know, there was a time that the Tatis first in a PSA 10 was approaching $1,000. It's right around $1,000 for a chrome Tatis first PSA 10. So to get to that level where you're just a base first is almost a G, it takes a while. Like that was 2016 to maybe 2020. So it was like 4 years for that card to pan out. Huge. High Five Highway. And that looks awfully orange. But it's a gold. Going to the Dodgers and Major League Material, Benintendi. But like with Topps Chrome, you know, by the time they already make it in the bigs, you kind of have an idea. At least you're like, okay, they're this old. They're hitting home runs like crazy already. They did this in the minors. We know what to expect. It doesn't always work out. But it's a quicker value train. Like you kind of know what you're getting. You don't got to just put it in a box for 4 years and hope that it works out. But yeah, you can't go wrong with Topps Chrome. Just look back, go back, I don't know, like 5-6 years. Just look at all the prices of the Topps Chrome. Sometimes it takes a couple years for the prices to go up. Like the 2021 stuff is the most affordable. But even 2020, $550 for a jumbo box. 2019 is probably $1,700 for a jumbo. 2018 is probably like $2,100 for a jumbo. 2017, I don't know how much that is. We don't really dabble too much with that. But I would guess it's at least, oh, it's got to be around 6 to 800. Kevin Newman gold. And it's Aaron Ashby of the Brewers. There's our auto. Going to Ryan. Yeah, Anderson's beating out Bo, but that's just for the starter, right? Just for the starter. So everybody go, if you haven't voted yet, go vote for Bo. We got to get him above Tim Anderson. Tell your friends, tell your family, vote as many times as you can. Use alternate email addresses, do whatever you can. We got to get Bo as the starter and get Tim Anderson out. He'll still be there, but, you know. Will Meyer. Evan Longoria, what color is it going to be? It's going to be a... I don't even know what that is. Kind of tan color. J-Rod, 200 to 300 raw on eBay last week. J-Rod might be the best player in the league. At least in the last 15 days he is. That's a very small sample size, but... And it's way early. But he's crazy good. He's got it all. He's the full, complete package of everything you want to collect. Young, power, speed, batting, you know, top 3 in the lineup. Gonna get tons of ABs. Healthy. Swag. Yeah, J-Rod is the next Acuna. Or I guess you could say the next Tatis. But Bo is the next Tatis. So you could say the next Bo. But he's better than Bo, I think. So therefore, we can go back a step. Next Tatis. Mitch Garver. Orange. Wow, that's a bright, colorful orange. $12 of $299. J-Rod future 40-40, yeah, for sure. He can. Like there's No reason he couldn't, other than injury. He's got the skill set to do it. Should be less J-Rod short printed than Acuna bat down. I don't know about that. Haven't done the math on it. Could figure it out though, but I don't know about that. Because 2018 Series 2, I kind of doubt they're printing as much of 2018 Series 2 as they printed of 2022 Series 2. Wade Boggs, Silver Slugger. Last pack. Oh, voting's over. Oh, I should have made that announcement days ago. You pulled that Mitch Garver out of your hobby. That is wild. It's a small world. That's about it. Now it's time for a breakdown of Platinum Anniversary hobby boxes. We've got 3 of them. I guess we'll do one at a time. Mikey, they're usually between 40 and 100 depending on what kind of cards are in there. Well, what if there's like 3 times as many cases made? Yeah, but Soto's a pretty bad defender, Sean. So he's going to be hurt a little bit by his defensive shortcomings. He's going to have some negative WAR to contend with. And that's the only thing I can pick out about Soto. You know, it's like he's so awesome. He's so young and he's so awesome. Offensively, he's the best lefty. Bryce is just like, hey, what did you just say? But, you know, he's an amazing talent. Super young, but remember, Bryce was super young when he came up too. And he's already got 2 MVPs. So, I mean, and I think Bryce is a better defender than Soto too. But if you're getting like -1.5 to 2 WAR, -1 to 2 WAR, that hurts just from your defense. But yeah, he's still going to accumulate a ton of WAR. He's still going to be, in my opinion, easy Hall of Famer, easily like on a trajectory to be one of the best players, best lefties of all time. I'm just nitpicking. But that play where he missed the ball, not a good look. Everybody has lapses in judgment and concentration, but that was not good. Gene Tenace to 199 to Refractor. I don't know if that's how you say his name. I don't know who that dude is. Something tells me that Justin is all about it. Yeah, they're probably pretty close production. The SBs are probably relatively close to each other. Short print's a short print. Unless it's a no number Vlad. You consider that a short print. That one's a lot higher production than the others. Mark Teixeira. Davy Garcia X-Fractor. Going to the Yankees. Peter. What can I get for $1? You can get 4 quarters. Tomorrow, you can get 3 quarters. For yesterday's dollar. These ones are pretty cool. This numbered one at the end here. I got one out of my box. Moises Alou. I don't know, I just this fluorescent green, neon green. It's pretty cool. 19 of 99. It's got the 70s around there too. Going to Greg. Leave it to Wong to spice up the chat. Add a little spice. Otani's so jacked, he uses baseball bats as his chopsticks. And they're not big enough. I don't know, Tony. A lot of people think that the 52 design is the best design in history. So, you know, you might be the only one. You might be the only one. It's fine. You're a contrarian. J-Rod Series 2 SP bidding for $13.75 on eBay with a few days to go. Yeah, so if you pull one of those cards, the autos or the short prints out of Series 2, it's probably worth it to send it off for the quick turnaround grading and then just quickly get it up there. You never know what's going to happen, but as far as like, you can use other players' short prints. You know, you can use the bat down as a frame of reference. What does that cost? What did it cost back then? What could it cost in the future, and then compare it to J-Rod, what his potential is, and you can figure out, you know, that it's probably maybe a bit high, maybe, or maybe it's about right where it should be. But that's a lot for a few days to go too. $13.75 for that. Ooh. Just what's the bat down going for these days? Round 2. Yeah, King. That's right. I think maybe they could have made the packs half of the amount of packs and put 8 cards in them. I don't know. It's just 4 cards per pack, 24 packs. I don't know. I guess that's how they roll. Let's look at this one first. James Paxton. Blue mini diamond. You do kind of feel like you're getting more bang for your buck when you have more packs to open. So I understand why they're doing it that way. It's just a little tedious for the breakers. Not that big of a deal though. Jazz rookie. Ooh, Brooks Robinson autograph. That's a good one. Going to the Orioles. That's why I love it. Bobby. At one time, probably the time that you heard your name after you got the Orioles, you may have had some despair. Not so fast. Yeah, initially I thought that it was a little too small for the auto right there, because that is a small place for an autograph. But it kind of works. It kind of works. Everybody that I've seen so far has done a good job fitting the auto in there, because it would be kind of shoddy if they went outside the box. But they must have made it pretty clear, like, sign it inside the box. Don't get sloppy. Tavares. To 75. Going to Kyle. And this is a unique product anyway. It's more meant for set collectors, and it's not really about getting big rookie pulls like we're used to, like I'm used to. It's kind of about seeing what kind of cool parallels, seeing all the old timers, Hall of Famers, best players in the game today. Xander X Factor. Put him up there with Dave. Another blue, Patrick Weigel. Blue Wave. Pretty ambitious project with all the autographs out of this. For Topps to like get a hold of all these people and get them to autograph everything. I'm actually surprised we didn't have more issues like they were talking about, like we were talking about earlier with the definitive over the, you know, all the nonsense. That's really like the first, other than production delays, which we kind of always deal with that. There were worse, and there was quite a delay on this product in particular, but for the most part, it wasn't that bad. They just kept it going. What year did numbered cards come into play? It's like the mid 90s. Well, there were some like early 90s, early to mid. I think 92 maybe. I don't know the exact answer to that. Somebody in the chat might. Reaction to the All-Star lineups? What is it, on ESPN or something? It's... Come on. Okay. Here we go. Oh. Wait a second. Okay. American League. Alejandro Kirk. At catcher, first base, Vladdy. Second base, Altuve. Shortstop, Tim Anderson. 55-45 over Bo. Devers at third over Jose Ramirez. Aaron Judge. Mike Trout in the outfield. And Stanton over Springer and Lourdes Gurriel. I'm glad Gurriel didn't make it. I mean, come on. Ohtani at DH over Jordan. Man, Jordan got the shaft. Wilson Contreras for the Cubs at catcher in the National League. Paul Goldschmidt at first. Once again, Mr. Consistency. Just every year. I'll just be an all-star every year with 30-plus home runs and about 100 RBIs. Bet close to 300 every single year, pretty much. Over Pete, though. Ooh, man. And Jazz ended up making it, even though he only plays 1 out of every, 4 games. Trey Turner at shortstop over Dansby. Yep. Manny. Oh, yeah, baby. Over Nolan. Manny's having, at least he was having an MVP season. We got Acuna, Mookie, and Bryce. Jack Peterson. I guess they're pretty thin in the outfield in the National League, I guess, to put Jock Peterson out there. Over Starling Marte and Adam Duvall, I guess it makes sense. I'm sure there's a better outfielder than Jock Peterson to put in there. As a matter of fact, I'll just quickly come up with one. If I can find the position players. Outfielders? Anything? Is there, oh, here we go. No. No, that's fielding. Okay, it's gonna go a little something like why isn't Soto? Where's Soto? Whoa. Where's Soto? Jock Peterson over Soto? Is there... Damian Lillard reaches a 2-year, $122 million extension. $60 million a year? That is... No wonder they can't win anything. We spent $60 million with one guy. Jeff Bagwell. I mean, don't get me wrong, Dame's awesome. But I don't like these NBA contracts of $50, $60 million. Jeff Bagwell going to the Astros. Sean, congratulations. You were asking earlier if you were in the high roller. And yes, you are. That's highway robbery. It's a travesty. It's a crime against humanity that Soto's not starting in the All-Star game. I know what his stats are. Doesn't matter. Tatis hasn't even played and he was getting tons of votes. So ridiculous. He's starting to turn it on a little bit like he usually does. We got a Key Brian rookie. What's this backwards one? To 199. Jesus Aguilar. Thoughts on San Diego City Connect? I'm gonna have to look at it. But San Diego usually does pretty good with their jerseys. Oh my God. What? Ugh. Horrible. What is this? 1990? Okay, thumbs down. Those are horrible. Bagwell auto? Yeah, I'd love for it. I gave a shout out to Sean. Because he asked earlier if he was in the break. 69 of 75, Carlos Santana. Yeah, Bagwell, I got a short print of Bagwell. Remember, out of the Series 2, all those Series 2, got that Bagwell short print. I was just looking at it today. And I think I'm going to send it off to get graded. I know, it's not an expensive card, but if you get a short print in a PSA 10, probably would be worth more than the grading fees. Plus 10 bucks. You know, I mean, PSA 10 short print, any, especially like Hall of Fame types, it'd be worth 50 to at least 50 bucks, I would think. Gemmed up. Kyle Hendricks. In case you guys haven't seen this, I'll just show you real quick. I like colorful things. And maybe it'll grow on me. I don't know. But right now I'm saying nada. Nada. Not for me. Edwin Diaz. I'm pretty sure that's the first Vlad I've seen out of all this. I don't recognize that photo. I haven't been looking that close though. All right, moving on. We're gonna do a couple of packs. We got a couple of packs to open for this one. Speaking of Bat Down Acuna, could be in this pack. Yeah, Miami Vice. That's what it looks like. Miami Vice colors. But also, they just don't really... I know what they're trying to do there. I don't like it. Oh, hello, Bryce. Nice sleeves you got there. Walk-offs. Bellinger. Robles. DeGrom. Another Bryce. No Acuna short print to be seen in that pack. Dart throw. ...2019 Series 2, or 2019 Chrome, I mean. Arenado, refractor. Kyle Tucker, rookie. Gary Prism. Oh, there's a Vlad rookie. What a nice dart throw. We hit the bullseye. Going to Dylan. Congratulations. Awesome. Chrome Vladimir Guerrero Jr. rookie. Clayton back there. And we still got the pink pack. Gerald got super lucky and pulled the bat down out of one jumbo he bought at his LCS. Nothing crazy in the pinks. How about a Bowman blaster box? And we'll work our way up to the good. You need the batting version, the regular version, Sean? Well, the cheapest way to get it would just be to buy a PSA 10. The second cheapest way to get it would be to, well, I mean, the cheapest way to be to just buy the card raw via an auction on eBay. But the best way to do it is to buy a PSA 10. The second best way is buy the value packs. If you want to rip, buy the value packs. And not only can you get the Acuna that way, you can get Acuna, Soto, Ohtani, Glaber. But if you do get value packs, they can be a little rough on the edges. The corners, actually. But I pretty much exclusively do the value pack ripping for my PC, and I've gotten plenty of PSA 10s from doing that. You're just more likely, if you get a hobby box, to get better cards in better condition. Not more likely to be centered, but just better to not have dinged corners. That series in particular is pretty hard for me to tell centering anyway. It's not really borders that you can judge easily. Mega box. And then on to the two big boys. We got a 2020 Bowman jumbo box and a 21 Bowman Chrome sapphire box. Jordan better than Vlad? Beg to differ. Jordan's like a statue out in the outfield. At least Vlad can play a little D. But, I mean, I love Jordan. He's awesome. Khalil. Nice first. Chrome Watson. Going to Brian. See, like a card like this right now, you know, raw, I don't know what it would cost. I'm just going to say 10 bucks for an even number. You know, let's say you can buy that for 10 bucks. And in, I don't know, 3 years, if he's the next like Tatis or something, can you imagine this card that's kind of, you know, I consider that kind of like a dime a dozen. And any base cards, you know, you can just get them for pretty cheap. And then you upgrade them, send them to the upgrade shop. But can you imagine that being worth like $1,000? So sometimes the wait is worthwhile. That's why Bowman. Stash it. Stash the wax. Stash the cards. Just hold on to it for a few years, come back, and be pleasantly surprised. If not ecstatic. It can be hard to do that because you got to stay in the game. You know, you want to sell some cards to try to stay in the game. Curtis Mead first. Machado first. Yeah, I did, Brandon. I'm gonna get something going for that. Here it is. The moment you've all been waiting for. Come on, big money. Some of the biggest hits I've ever pulled came out of 2020 Bowman, if not the biggest. Watson is a head case. Explain. All right. We can hit, we'll set a modest goal of just hitting the chromes that we want. And then we'll upgrade that to Persian and then an autograph. You remember the superfractor? Yes. Yeah, I pulled a super out of here. However, super auto. And pulled the green Bobby Witt Jr. first auto. The green Shimmer Dominguez first auto. Speckle Dominguez auto. And the regular base Dominguez auto, to name a few. There's a Volpe. Paper. Couple of paper hits. Oh. Well, maybe, maybe he's just a kid and he'll learn, Matthew. I mean, after all, he's born in 03. Xavier Edwards first. There's a Volpe Chrome. We'll put him up on the stage. Volpe moving up that prospect list. Is he in the top 10 at this point? I hit a lot of Volpe cards. Sold them all before. I just sold them too early. Baseball America's top 100 prospects currently. Anthony Volpe ranks number 8 overall in the top 100 prospects, according to Baseball America. Currently, it's number 1 Adley, still a prospect. Number 2 Riley Green. Number 3 Grayson Rodriguez, right-handed pitcher for the Orioles. Number 4 is Corbin Carroll, another guy I sold a little too early on. He moved up big time. He was last number 17. He's all the way up to number 4. Number 5, Gabriel Moreno. Number 6, Shane Baz. Number 7, C.J. Abrams. Number 8, Anthony Volpe. Number 9, Jordan Walker. And number 10, Francisco Alvarez of the Mets, catcher. Oh, where's Wong? Get Sam Huff first out of here. Speckle. Forrest Whitley. Anytime you're thinking to yourself, man, this pitching prospect is the nuts, just think to yourself, Forrest Whitley. Maybe you'll save yourself a couple bucks. But that one's going to the Astros. It's just that he's been a high prospect, like, for a long time, it seems like. Sean, you got 2 stand-worthy cards so far. Well, you might have had a different. You might be looking at a different list. That's Baseball America's top 100. MLB Pipeline does a different one too. So it's just, you know, you're gonna find different players in different positions depending on who's doing the list. But I prefer Baseball America. I think they're, I don't know why. I just like them better. Because you have to pay for it, so it's like secret information. I don't know why. Yeah, a lot of those guys are already playing. Well, there's like a certain level that they have to get to, play so many games before they get off the pipeline. Marco Feliciano, refractor auto to 499, going to the Brewers. That one's going to Ryan. Wow, look at that, how far up it goes. Feliciano. Getting sassy. That's a nice Wander. Bowman Scouts top 100. I like that card. Any Wander fan would need this in a PSA 10. Need. All right, Chrome JD. We got Chrome Dominguez, Chrome Volpe. All we need is the Chrome Bobby. Throw a Chrome Pena in there, maybe. Chrome Huff, just for kicks. I saw Adley hit a home run the other day. Was it yesterday? These are 2020 Bowman, Jay. The hundreds with a cig are nice, yeah. Case hit. Bobby just hit a nuke. Sweet. Dude, my fantasy team is crazy. I'm in first by a mile. Torching everybody. I gotta read it off. I gotta read off my team to you guys. I've done it before, but you're gonna like it. Tony Dibrell of the Mets going to Mark. Three packs of this left. Then we're going to open some Sapphire. So my fantasy team name is Rizzo's Roids. Catcher, I got Gary the Goat. Nothing special there, but when he decides that he can play, he hits home runs. Rizzo at first, Muncy at second, Arenado at third, Bobby Witt Jr. at short, Wander Franco at utility short second, Jared Walsh at first, Mike Trout, Julio Rodriguez, Luis Robert, Christian Yelich, Randy Arozarena, Trey Mancini. And Gavin Lux just kind of like as my bench player because he plays three positions that I need. And then my pitchers are Alek Manoah, Dylan Cease, Blake Snell, Spencer Strider, Charlie Morton. Got Rasmussen, Kluber, Josiah Gray, Jack Flaherty, Marcus Stroman, and then a bunch of closers. Class A is crazy. Class A is like one of the best closers in the league. Ladies and gentlemen, it's easy. It's easy. It's so easy. I don't even try. Don't even have to try anymore. Enrique! Congratulations! I just picked up Snell off the waivers, Trevor. That's the only reason Snell's on my... I was like, Bobby Witt Jr. first auto! Let's go, baby! I am on a roll. Woo! What is going on? Lately, Striker breaks. Crushing the autos. Enrique. Oh, I'm just a little curious. I gotta check something out. Just a little curious. I just want to see what those are going for these days. Spell one thing wrong, and it takes an hour to find what you're looking for. Wow, my green just sold for $3,000. I guess I did sell at the right time. So it's about a $1,300 card. Give or take, in a 10. Oh, I just stopped opening halfway through. Bobby! When it rains, it pours. Would you like the base as well? If so, put a fire emoji in the chat. There's Enrique. Haha! So Bobby's got 297 at-bats in his professional career. He's got 12 home runs, 12 stolen bases. Halfway through the season. So, as a rookie, if you can put together, you know, let's just double it. 24 home runs, 24 stolen bases. As a rookie, what is he, 20? 21? What were you doing when you were 21? Were you pretty good at something? Besides drinking? We got one last pack and then some sapphire. How about a paper as well? We're going to put them all together. Like one big happy Bobby family. There's Wander. We got two parallels in this pack as well. Xavier Edwards first to $4.99. Going to the Padres. Justin. And the last. There's a Jeremy Pena first. Chrome. Tyler Freeman. That is a nice looking card too. That Aqua Shimmer. Beauty. To 125. Last but not least, 2021 Bowman Chrome Sapphire. There you go, Sean. Funny answers. When I was 21, what was I good at? I probably can't talk too much about that. I went to Central though, so if you know anything about party schools, CMU, go fire up chips. Ronald Acuna Jr. We have an orange in the first pack. JT Real Muto to 75. If you didn't know, if you've never seen this product opened up, it's amazing. There was some kind of a mistake and there's way too many parallels. And I don't think people are like caught up to that yet, really. Because the product, it hasn't gone up. It's like 360. I thought it would be 400 by now. It will be soon. And then it'll be probably 500 within a year. Especially if, man, if any of these numerous prospects or rookies you can get out of here do anything. Like, this is the kind of product, if I were to recommend you hold on to, this would be it right here. It's just perfect. Prospects, rookies, stars, and too many parallels. What am I going to pull out of this? How about a... I mean, we got... I like the orange Mountcastle, personally. How about a red Carlson? Yellow crochet, and there's just a bunch of any of the prospect firsts in a parallel, or not even. That's the best part. It doesn't even have to be a parallel to hold legit value. Just the base cards are worth a bunch of money. Garrett Crochet to 75. No, that's to 50. The yellers are to 50. The oranges are to 75. They hate us, the people who made this. They just don't want to see us have any consistency. What's up, Elan? Parallel number 3. Blaze Jordan to 99. Going to Boston. This one's going to Nicholas. Congratulations. There's a Bowman rookie. Picked up a lot of James Wood Sapphire after your mention the last video. I kind of regret not getting them. But there's so, you know, I'm not going to lose sleep over it, I guess. Oh baby, Juan Soto to 125. Green. They, you know, all of these are numbered differently than they should be. The aqua should be to 125. The green should be to 99. The yellow should be to 75. And the orange should be to 25. Nope. Oh, nice, J-Car. They both signed your game ticket. Sweet, dude. Are you going to frame that thing? That's awesome. You know you're going to see both those guys in the bigs, I would think. Christian Santana. Yeah, 4 already. Are we going to get a 5th? Oh, yeah. 5 parallels per... Adley Rutschman to 99. Let's go. Going to Bobby. And we got a Yelich. And a Wander. That's a great box. Yeesh. We didn't get any first parallels, but good Lord. 5 numbered sapphire parallels in a box. Wow. Wow. Well, that's it, folks. Let's check out all the hits. We've got a clear, concise hit of the break. Once again, Adley to 99, Soto to 125, Blaze Jordan to 99, Garrett Crochet to 50, Real Muto to 75, Freeman to 125, Edwards to 499, and Strikers hit of the break. Bobby Witt Jr. first chrome on-card auto, and the base paper. DeBrell autograph. Feliciano refractor auto. Whitley to 299. We got a chrome Dominguez, chrome Volpe, chrome Watson, chrome Vlad rookie, Santana diamond to 75. Aguilar blue diamond to 199. Jeff Bagwell autograph. A Diaz, a Roland. Tavares to 75. Brooks Robinson auto. Paxton to 199. Moises Alou to 99. Tanase to 199. Benintendi bat relic. Goldschmidt short print. Hendricks X-Fractor, Bogarts X-Fractor, Garcia X-Fractor. Weagle and Teixeira Blue Wave. Boggs relic. Orange Garver to 299. Ashby auto, rookie auto. And we got the Torkelson short print. Last but not least, Ernie Banks to 150. Success. Success again. We're going to keep this rolling. Not going to have another break this weekend. It's going to take me a while to get all this sorted and packed up. And we'll be ripping again starting Tuesday. And we'll do a few more next week. We got new products coming out next week. We got definitive. We're going to do 3 definitive breaks next week. And then there's 2 products. Archives is coming out and Pristine. So strap in, and if you're a slammer, prepare for that notification. And if you're not a slammer, what are you doing? The link is pinned to the top. Join the club. Thanks for watching. I will catch you all later.